speaker was a little too loud there.
That's the thing that really excites me about all this stuff, is that television in the old days, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, was written by other people, them. Television now is written by us. That's the point. Television is written by people who are just the same as us, have the same questions and the same thoughts, the same wacky ideas. It's now we're getting paid to do the stuff we were never allowed to do. Right? The geeks have inherited the earth.
Hi. You look really sharp today.
Thank you.
I've
been blurry in the past, but I didn't.
It's like all the boys are in the back seat, like if you didn't know this was coming.
Shut up! Oh! Well, so help me, I will turn this car around.
Sam, put the gun away. I don't even have a gun, Dad. What? Well, roll your sleeve down then. Dean, stop making that. I'm gonna pay for this one. Dean, stop making that fish face. But Dad, that's just how my voluptuous lips go.
Well, the only time they're really, truly corrupting to me is when we've shot all of their coverage and it's time for mine. And the camera's on me and they are off camera, and that's when the games begin. Because they seem to think they can break me.
Have they?
Not yet. When I guest star on the show, I'm going to give the character a deep, gravelly voice, and you know, to be honest, I think it's physically taking its toll on me. Like, well, I'm going to be one of those sort of raspy, like, sounds like I've been smoking for 50 years in no time. Anyway, that's the reason I did it, and if I knew that I was going to be on the show for 3 years, I would not have done that.
Yeah, just speaking stereo, like it was really bizarre. And I didn't hear it until he pointed it out in the next take. Now that was all I could listen. I was like just focused on his voice, and he sounded like he had like a rogue vocal cord that was.
Our sound guys actually go, can you hear that? Well, yeah, because they have their microphones that amplify a mouse, you know, so they can hear whatever's going on. And so they were like, yeah, we can only hear it with Misha, but it's like a little echo. So is he hearing?
And they said that that wasn't the first time that they.
It wasn't the first time, and they said it's only with Misha. Like,
it sounds like it's a blown speaker. You know, like if you're in your car and one of the speakers is blown, kind of that weird.
Oh yeah.
Tinny. Yeah. It was like that. I was like, what is it? Dude, you're like a robot now. I mean, we always had our suspicions.
And sometimes my voice gets so gravelly on the show that it clips out the microphone, and they're like, the sound department's like, yeah, it sounds like there's just too much bass on it, something they've never seen this thing. They bought new microphones. They thought there was something wrong with their microphones, but it's just something wrong with my voice. The question, for those of you who didn't hear, is if fandom were a kingdom, I would be, according to one of my fellow actors, I would be the queen. Which I see why he's saying that. Because in chess, the queen is the most powerful piece.
So when the when the TV Guide thing came out, I thought that was fantastic. And there's actually Holly, I'm gonna bust you out here. I think it gave Holly, who is sitting right over here, who does PR for our show, I think it gave her such a great tool. And I think she was stoked, right? She was She was
She's
ecstatic.
on our side, by the way.
Yeah, she's on our side. She goes back and forth all the time with the network, going, you gotta do this for these guys. You gotta promote the show more. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. So there are people fighting for us, but it's just, am I answering this right, Holly? I think it's just there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to getting publicity done.
And Suzanne is amazing too.
And Suzanne Gomez, who also works with Holly on our show, they're
At the network.
She's
at the network on studio.
I'm sorry. Holly Studios, she's Warner Brothers, and then Suzanne's the network. So,
I think the bottom line in general, though, and I think
and they work hard for us. They do. These two women particularly work, all the time. They're great.
but in all honesty, that cover, that's not our success. That's our success.
Yes.
And that's so much more. Thank you. I've met many people that said they stayed up for hours just hitting the buttons. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yes, you will see it play out. There's stuff going on, blah, 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 Why? I don't know what you want.
I think it was interesting at the beginning they said, you're fixing what's going on in heaven, but now we're like, oh, and Purgatory just opened. I was like, wait a minute, what about the war in heaven? What's going on?
Well, if the show's too confusing for you, you can watch it. It's not for everyone. It's kind of,
No, if you had 6 years of fun, I'm due for 10 years of no fun.